Mahmudullah Riyad. Oh, what a jaffer of a delivery. Just nipped away. Shakib committed to that. Completely beaten.
He called it Shamim Jaffa. Look at that. Pitching mid and leg stump. Turning Shakib Al Hasan full 360 degrees there. This is super stuff. Isn't it great to see a fast bowler coming in, banging in, and in a T20 game going past the outside edge.
Yeah, proud seam, 136 clicks. He's enjoying here. And that hurried on to him, but he did well to just ride that.
It's brilliant stuff by Josh Hazlewood. Good start, just given him 4 runs, picked up a wicket. This is Naeem Sheikh. And today caught behind. It's a lovely delivery. Pretty similar delivery what Shakib got last ball. Going across this time. Good start so far, Australia. Just given away 13 runs as expected. Batting will be tough. But saying that, Australians have hit the mark from this first ball itself.
Moves away and has just tapped it into the ground, bounced over the point's head, and they're going to get a couple of important runs to finish over number 4. 15 for 2.
ব্লেন্ডার্স চয়েস প্রিমিয়াম গ্রিন টির প্রতিটি ব্যাগে থাকে 3 লেয়ারের সুরক্ষা, যার ল্যামিনেশন লেয়ার দেয় আর্দ্রতা থেকে সুরক্ষা। অ্যালুমিনিয়াম ফয়েলের লেয়ার নিশ্চিত করে সুঘ্রাণ ও স্বাদের সজীবতা। পেপার লেয়ার বাইরের আলো ও আর্দ্রতাকে প্রতিরোধ করে সতেজতা ধরে রাখে। তাই আপনি পাচ্ছেন বিশ্বমানের গ্রিন টির সেরা স্বাদ।
কেউ ভাবুক আর না ভাবুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন।
Deciding to bat first in this crucial third T20 International of the Bangabandhu T20 series. Bangladesh in a whole lot of trouble. 15 for 2, and they're ringing the changes. Aston Aga is in now. A pitch and just wide. Oh, he must have had his heart in his mouth for a while, but he's going to get 4 runs.
Definitely. Shakib Al Hasan freeing his arms. Aston Aga again going in the seam up delivery. Pointing the finger towards his slip fielder. This time, Bangladesh, important boundary. Just been bogged down in the last 4 overs. Good bowling. Just the luck what Bangladesh needed to get this innings going.
Yeah, you do need a slice of luck. He thought he had an opportunity there, but it was not close to that fielder. Now, didn't quite get hold of it. Just seemed to have made up their mind that they're going to take the attack back to the bowlers, both these batsmen.
Well, that's a clear plan by Shakib Al Hasan. There was 2 fielders at deep square leg and long on. There's a big gap at mid-wicket. Was targeting the deep mid-wicket fielder. Unfortunately, getting the thick inside edge for a single. That's good calculated risk. You need to hit boundaries as well in the power play, and got to be smart. And that was going with the spin. That is very important.
Mahmudullah 8 of 7. Hurried on once again. Just see the trigger movement as he comes into bowl. He's just trying to upset the rhythm of the bowler by moving around a little bit in his crease.
Getting away his front pad for sure. Mainly not trying to getting hit in the front pad, just getting the foot LBW away, trying to give some room. There's any width, there's no fielder patrolling in sweeper cover, would be easy boundary. This good stuff by Aston Aga, not giving any width.
Yes, got all of it, swept it, but it's gone straight to hand. And let's have a look at that.
Again, aggressive stroke. Good stop by Mitchell Marsh at square leg.
Oh, he's making room for himself, didn't get a hold of it. No runs of the last ball of the 5th over, 20 for 2.
তাজা উপাদানের আসল স্বাদে স্কয়ারের রুচি সস সবই মজা লাগেছে।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এবং মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
Two down in the series, but Australia have come back very strongly in the third T20 international of the Bangabandhu T20 series 2021. Bowlers have bowled economical, also picking up both the openers. Man on debut is gonna have his first ball in international match. Nathan Ellis, right on fast medium. That's what he has done in the T20 career, 33 wickets. Starts with a slow, short delivery, and has been put away for a single. Proud moment for any player to receive the cap on debut, and you know who's given the cap? Mitchell Starc.
Absolutely. Good evening, Athar. Yeah, it's a proud moment for the family, the cricketer himself, the players around who've seen him come through the ranks. 26-year-old from New South Wales gets his opportunity. He's been at reserve, travelling reserve along with Tanveer Sangha in this Australian lineup. But what a proud moment it is today. Yes, he's been rewarded, plays for Hobart Hurricanes. Had a very good Big Bash League. With the left arm seamer, Mitchell Starc presented the cap to him. There's no similarity though. But yes, the veteran would have given the words of encouragement. Puts a lot in his delivery stride. Comes down, tries to bowl the heavy ball.
Just keeping a shade low. Yeah, he's got, you spoke about Hobart Hurricanes. He picked up 20 wickets in the recent edition of Big Bash League. Nathan Ellis, 26 years of age. Born in New South Wales but plays for Hobart in the BBL. They've also changed their strategy, having the spinners bowl in the first 6 and also making 3 changes. So far, so good for Australia.
It's nice that Nathan Ellis has got a look in. I won't be surprised if they want to even have a look at Tanveer Sangha later on in the series if they want to offer an opportunity to the young leg spinner. Again, he's also from New South Wales, Tanveer Sangha. He's got a pedigree as well of cricket. But yeah, but whilst obviously they want to come back and
এখন পর্যন্ত সর্বনিম্ন স্কোর এই সিরিজে ওভার দ্য উইকেটে নাথান এলিস এবং হ্যাজেলউড 2 ওভার করে 6 রান দিয়েছেন। সবাই বেশ
6th of August 2006, that's when Shakib Al Hasan made his debut. So he's played now 15 years. That was a debut against Zimbabwe in Harare. ODI, unbeaten 30. Bangladesh went on to win by 8 wickets. He's been a great ambassador for his countrymen. And he's been a top-notch performer in all format of the game, Shakib Al Hasan. Top edge. Couple of bounces. He'll take it. 4 to finish the over. 28 for 2.
ভাবছেন এসি চালালেই বাড়বে বিদ্যুৎ বিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসির ইনভার্টার টেকনোলজি বাঁচায় বিদ্যুৎ খরচ আর পরিবেশ বান্ধব গ্যাস বাঁচায় পরিবেশ। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ বুঝুক আর না বুঝুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Power play done. 28 for 2. It's not been a high scoring affair so far in the last couple of matches, and it looks like it's going to again be a low scoring affair. Not easy scoring runs on these pitches. He did pick up a boundary.
Yeah, he's been trying to chance his arm, Shakib Al Hasan. Saw the short pitch delivery from young Nathan Ellis. Gave it full throttle. Not anywhere in control of that shot. But I don't think he was trying to be in control. He's just trying to get to the boundary as quickly as possible.
Beautiful delivery. There was turn. Bit of a bounce. So they're getting a bit of a grip. That one turned quite sharply, didn't it?
Brilliant delivery. Excellent. This is the kind of delivery that Australia has not been able to use to their advantage.
They're just going back to the point that I was trying to make. That it's been difficult for batsmen to score runs, and would you believe it, 28 for 2 is the Bangladesh lowest power play score in the last 15 T20 internationals. Beautifully bowled here.
And seeing this kind of prodigious doesn't give a feeling to the batting side that it's going to be a very high scoring affair.
And that's the reason why it's important for 2 men in the middle, Mahmudullah, Riyad and Shakib Al Hasan, the senior campaigner, to adapt and quickly adjust what the pitch is offering, not to look for boundaries. Yes, if it comes, fine, but important for them to not to lose wickets. Remember, 67 for 5 in the last match. And it is left to the lower order. Yes, excellent partnership between Afif Hussain and Nurul Hassan, the match-winning partnership.
But this is the most experienced pair for Bangladesh. And it's good that they're both out there early. Nice that Mahmudullah promoting himself back at number 4 today. Batted at number 5. The last game got Mahdi Hassan ahead of him. That will give himself a little more time to get accustomed to the conditions. But yes, you don't want to leave it too much, too late. I agree that the wickets are going to be worth gold over here for Bangladesh if they want to put up a good total on the board, which they feel they can restrict. But certainly going at the rate at which they are going at the moment, 4.54, they would definitely want to look at increasing this. We want the youngsters to come in and play freely, so the seniors need to do the job in the centre.
Well, they've managed well so far. Partnership of 29 in 30 deliveries. Single to finish the over. Bangladesh 32 for 2.
Australia certainly well.
are right at the top. Australia and Bangladesh in the first 6 overs. And also the fact that if you look at the pitches at Mirpur, it's been a difficult one for batting. Mitchell Marsh, very good with the bat. Couple of 40s in the first 2 matches. And he's quite handy with the ball also. So he'll be hoping that he can create a few more chances and give Australia a little bit more hope, because you really don't want to see Bangladesh pile up too many runs. The 2 outings for Australia in this series for the batsman. Oh, that is a good pickup shot. And we'll have to wait and see whether it has gone all the way, but it's just a touch fuller. Allows Mahmudullah to free his arms.
That's a scoring area, Mahmudullah's. Anything that's coming into the right hander is pitched up. He is going to go chancing his arm. He was all prepared for the full ball. Didn't really matter whether it was outside off stump or on the off stump. That's a natural angle where he tries to go hard and get the scoring rate up. There wasn't protection. He bisected the 2 fielders, deep mid-wicket and long on. The good thing is that the boundary came with a straighter bat. He wasn't trying to go across the line to Mitch Marsh.
Yeah, he's got 3 fielders in the deep on the onside, long on. You mentioned about mid-wicket and also a deep square leg. It needs to be good in terms of line and length, especially the line. Have a look of that boundary one more time, just indicating that he's trying to go a few slower deliveries in the slot. And that's one of his favorite areas, because he bats so deep down in the crease. He's waiting for the bowler to pitch it in the slot, and he plays it nicely in the end. Nice, very nice. Third man and fine leg inside the circle, but you still have to play a really smart shot. Cheeky, but very effective.
Excellent pickup shot from Shakib. That's experience for you. He sensed the fact that Mitchell Marsh might just be going slower delivery this time, especially trying to change the pace to the left-hander. That's experience of Shakib Al Hasan getting the better of Mitchell Marsh. Didn't need to hit it hard. Just like this. It doesn't require power to be given when it's not needed. Short ball outside the off stump is punished. Shakib Al Hasan is an extremely good player of anything that's outside off stump.
It's turning out to be a very good over for Bangladesh. This is a very good shot from Shakib Al Hasan. It's wide, but you still have to pick up the gap. Nicely struck. There was a man square, but couldn't stop that. 3 boundaries already in this over. Looks like the pitch is easing up, isn't it? Make that 15 runs in that over. A big over for Bangladesh. 47 for 2.
ভাবছেন ঘরের বাতাসেও জীবাণুরা করছে কিলবিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসি, এতে আছে অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল ফিল্টার যা প্রতিরোধ করে 99% জীবাণু। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। তাই ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ইনস্ট্যান্ট হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Last over takes the score to 47 for 2. They've lost 2 very quick wickets. Adam Zampa, 1 for 6 in his very first over, back for the second spell. Straight away, that's down the ground. A fielder coming underneath it and takes it. He's not happy, but he has to go. Adam Zampa strikes in the very first ball of his second over also.
Excellent captaincy from Matthew Wade. He's not allowed both these batters to settle in. He's rotated his bowlers from every end right up till the 9th over. He's gone spin, he's gone pace, and he's got his bowlers to create the chances and the fielders to back them up too. Shakib Al Hasan, unhappy because he knows he's missed an opportunity of getting the big one. Departs for 26, Bangladesh 47 for 3.
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না।
মাছ
ভাবছি
It looks like it's going to be a Afif Hussain. Coming in number 5, he played a gem for knock, didn't he? In the last match. That's his T20 career. And the best part about him and Nurul Hassan, while they were batting and chasing and involved in that partnership, match-winning partner, they looked so calm. They did not look in any sort of pressure. Big wicket. Very big wicket because Shakib Al Hasan was looking good. 26 in quick time and just 17 deliveries. And this is Shakib's dismissal. Very good catch. Ashton Agha. Yeah, he thought he hit it pretty straight. He thought he was safe. Not in the end. Not powerful enough to take it out of the ground. But he's now picked up 2 wickets of his very first ball of his each over, Adam Zampa.
Yeah, another bowler after Mitchell Starc, crossing over more than 50 international T20I wickets. And the last one largely because a very nice effort from Ashton Agha. Yes, it was a simple catch, he reached there, but that foot that gets stuck in that ground. Ooh, that indent it's made in the field. Of course, there's been a lot of rain around, so the outfield's going to be slightly heavy. But to hold his balance was brilliant.
It's the knees. But well judged in the end.
A word about 50 plus T20I wickets for Mitchell Starc and Adam Zampa as well. Just to add that in the women's game, players in Australia have already just earned 50 plus T20 internationals wickets already. Elise Perry, Megan Shute, Jess Jonathan, Lisa Staleka, Brené Farrell. 50 plus international T20I wickets. Good delivery to end the over. 50 for 3.
$50 for 3. Australia will be very happy, but still have a lot of batting to come. Mahmudullah not out on 18. That has come in quick time. In with him is Afif Hussain, who's already looked very impressive. Ashton Agha taking that catch, very good catch in the deep to send back Shakib Al Hasan. He's back in the attack. The nice little period for Australia to tighten things up, and they've got to build in a little bit more pressure because they have to win today to stay alive in the series. On past the fielder in the slip, so they'll pick up a single.
Mahmudullah knows that he's not timing that ball well. The moment he's going down on the knee or trying to play the horizontal bat shot, he's not timing that. Ashton Agar is unhappy because he didn't want the strike to change. He wanted to bowl at the right hand, and Mahmudullah had an attacking field as well for Mahmudullah. He had a slip which is not there for Afif.
Good test for him, Afif, because what he has done in the past is in the past. And if you want to make a strong statement as a player, you got to be consistent enough to come back and do it over and over again. This time he goes down the wicket and he smashed that into the stands. That is a massive hit, and it's the maximum.
He's got his captain at the other end, who gave him words of wisdom in the last game, the moment he walked out to chase that total of Australia. This time he's got his captain batting alongside him. The confidence is there from the last game.
Meet Editor X, the world's most advanced website design platform.
They've gone into that, or they've got set. Change of ball because it's gone to the stands. And that's why I said that it's going to be a good test of character for Afif Hussain. Lovely use of the feet. And he knew he was in business when he got into that position. He was down on his one knee and crashes it over mid-wicket for the maximum. Very nicely struck. Again, there's a turn, big turn down the leg side.
What I liked about that he stood committed into that stroke, Afif Hussain. Yes, not a lot of bounce from the surface. He's not a very tall player himself. But to adjust to that bounce according to the reach that he's got, manage it very well. And was calm enough to stay back in his crease the very next ball. Was a wide from Agar.
He's gone again. This time the fielder cuts it off. He's already picked up 8 runs in this over. He's picked up another couple of runs here to make that 10. So he needs to be absolutely sure of what he wants to do, because he doesn't want to throw his wicket away.
Let the youngsters bat, Athar. Let them go out and express themselves. And you want that, don't you?
Absolutely. Because the point that I'm trying to get across, Anjum, is that you've already seen in the kind of timing he's shown in the previous match, even today. He's picked up a 6 in this over. You really don't want to see him get out. Trying to play a big shot. 10 in that over. Bangladesh after 10, 60 for 3.
60 for 3 Bangladesh after 10 overs. Just 3 wickets done. Important partnership building up. Mahmudullah Riyad and young Hafif Hussain, the debutant. Ellis switching in. Current run rate of 6 runs per over. It's going to be interesting to see how much is going to be enough for Bangladesh to score or defend. Slow ball to start with. Easily played towards sweeper cover for a single. Good evening, Maza.
Good evening, Maruf, and good evening everyone around the world. Bangladesh 60 for 3. 61 for 3, beg your pardon, and skipper Mahmudullah Riyad still at the middle. It's the 100th birth anniversary of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Also the years of Bangladesh. So being a brilliant. As we're saying, 50 years of Bangladesh as well as 100 years of birth anniversary of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Bangladesh has come a long way, isn't it, Maruf?
Yep, definitely. Proud nation. Cricket team started, and now at the moment, the good teams in the world. Captain Mahmudullah Riyad, responsible on his shoulder to guide the youngster in the other end as well as keep the scoreboard moving. Another slow delivery, clip towards mid wicket for a single. Plenty of slow balls. And Nathan Ellis, even the first national cricket was a slow ball to start with.
This is how you mixing your pace. Look, the first one he bowled 91.4 and then come up again with a quicker one and then again a slow and then again a faster one. So mixing up really well. Fast bowler from Tasmania. And that's the last ball. Again a slower one. Rolling his fingers over the ball.
Shot beautifully played. Young Hafif Hussain. Finding that lonely field at sweeper cover for a single. And also Nathan Ellis bowling two various types of slow deliveries. Off cutter, back of the hand, slower delivery, which is one of the hardest slower balls. That's we're talking about. Variation. This time, back of the hand. Previously, Mahmudullah Riyad was a much more off cutter. Good stuff by the youngster. Another slow delivery. Finding that gap that time behind square and no fielder there. It's a very good shot by the youngster.
Hafif Hussain continuing his brilliant form with the bat. This time he manages to bicep the two fielders at deep fine leg and deep square leg. And look how he was composed onto it. Didn't try to hit that hard, just placed the ball really well. It was in the air for a while. But look how he controlled that shot. Very good batting.
The placement was key there. Another slow ball, which this time it was an off spinner. Previously, it was a back of the hand slow ball. That stroke making the change. Short fine leg, dropping to deep fine leg, and the third man coming up, and the mid off as well. Another slow delivery. Running the first one hard. This is very good running by the Bangladeshis. Very good running. Every single matters in this slower track, and that's exactly what Bangladesh openers are doing. Bangladesh 71 for 3.
Rolling his fingers over the ball.
Shot beautifully played. Young Hafif. Nathan Allison last over. 11 runs given away. Bangladesh making a move on. said in my pitch report, Maza, 130. Think it's going to be hard work. Looking at the wicket, how it's behaving, it's going to get even slower. Amount of slower spinners that Bangladesh have in their arsenal. I think it's going to be tough work. And Afif, the man in form, is going to hold the key. Dan Christian glided towards the third man. Experienced Dan Christian into the attack, been in the system for a very long time. Nathan Ellis making his debut, not shy away with all his options. This is the off cutter, running into the wicket. That was a boundary ball picked up early by Lang Afif Hussain. And that was a slow, back of the hand slow ball. It was the hardest art to master it, and I think perfectly Nathan Ellis has got it. Oh, keeping low that time, much straighter. Pretty lucky there, Mahmood Riyad. Got some bat. Easy 2 runs.
Mahmudullah Riyad needs to be really careful though. Going back to the previous ball. That was a slower again, and that really low. He's a very experienced campaigner, remember, Maroof. Trying to go deep at the crease, Mahmudullah Riyad this time. One of the 3 changes in the Australian lineup today. Dan Christian, he can be handy both with bat and ball as well.
Another slower delivery, being very predictable. Australian quicks going into the wicket, the slower deliveries. Dan Christian, as you mentioned, a long time in the system, and very important member. The last tour of West Indies, didn't play the last 2 games. 21st game, 11 wickets, average of 35. That would love to improve on. And also with the star players of Australia coming into the scheme, it is very important that Dan Christian makes full use of his opportunity. Current run rate of 6.4. It's 4 deliveries and 4 slow balls. Rated, isn't it?
Undoubtedly, and Afif Hussain on the other end, looking very confident. He's reached on 19 of 12 balls, and interestingly, started off his career as an opener and even scored 100 in his first-class cricket. And later on, that's the second T20. He's played really well that day. Just walking towards the bowlers and played all over the ground. That was the shot of that night.
Yeah, youngster keeping the pose. And for a small man, small mid-man, it backs a punch. Very important partnership with Nur Hussain to get Bangladesh on the line. See Dan Christian, the right-hander, 3 fielders in the deep, the leg side, square leg, mid-wicket, long on. Plenty of variation shown so far. This time leg cut, a close call, huge appeal. This time umpire moved, looked very, very close. I think Mahmood Riyad was beaten all ends up and has asked for it, Captain Matthew Wade. I think it's going to be very, very close.
Mahmudullah Riyad once again undone by that slower one from Dan Christian, experienced campaigner. Mahmudullah Riyad, on the other hand, as we saw on the very first ball that he faced in this over, that kept a bit low. So, looks okay from here. We'll have a look whether that ball go on to miss the stump or not.
Yeah, it did grip once it touched. Looks it's going to miss the off stump. Close call though. No bat. Okay. The light between bat and the ball. Firing Mahmood Riyad all ends up. You mentioned a leg cutter gripping. That's one of the hardest balls to face. There you go, holding that line. Impact umpire's call. Hitting the outside the off stump. Inch inside would have been curtains for Captain Mahmudullah. Saying that, a good review by Australia. Understanding how important Mahmudullah Riyad wicket could be. Leg by signal as well. Into the 12th over, 76 for 3. 16 runs so far. from since the last 11 balls. Partnership of 29 in 23 deliveries. Young Afif Hussain carrying his good form.
Undoubtedly, and as I said before, he started off his career as an opening batsman, scored a century in his very first game in the first-class cricket. Also picked up a hat-trick in his opening match on his debut in the BPL. He was also the youngest to pick up a hat-trick and 5-wicket haul. He was 17 years old back then.
Another off-cutter. That's very good fielding. Look, very, very close. Direct hit from short extra cover. From distance, look out. That's Alex Carey, mind you, a professional wicket keeper, showing that acrobatic skills. On the wave that we have, Maza, Bangladesh could be losing their fourth. Confirmation. That's very, very good fielding by the Australians.
He's gone by miles. Direct hit always gives you a lot of chances, and this time Afif Hussain, he departed. He must be disappointed after the way he started off his innings today. And a big, big wicket from Bangladesh's point of view. He departs for 9.
ভাবছেন ঘরের বাতাসেও জীবাণুরা করছে কিলবিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসি, এতে আছে অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল ফিল্টার যা প্রতিরোধ করে 99% জীবাণু। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। তাই ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ইনস্ট্যান্ট হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Young Shamim Hussain, the under-19 products to come through. Useful left-hand middle-order batsman. Could hit the long ball into his 5th game. Impressive strike rate, more than 200. That shows. That's a wicket of Afif Hussain. Really, that's good fielding. I just mentioned Alex Carey, a wicket keeper, doing that skill. Look at that. Exuberant.
And that's how your fielders back your team, back your bowlers, bring you back in the game again. Both the batsmen were looking really good until that good fielding, and that helps you as a team. You need to make a comeback in such sort of situation in the game. Adam Zampa comes in again. Picked up 2 wickets, giving away 9 runs from his first 2 overs.
Google to start. Rightly so, Matthew Wade attacking the young newcomer with a slip. Predominantly, pretty sure Zampa would be loving to go across. Probably lots of googlies. Taking that first slip fielder into the game. This time nicely played. No single there. Deep short scull, I beg your pardon. There's a huge vacant area. Short mid-wicket. Anything fuller, I'm pretty sure will be easy clip away for a single. That's what I was talking about. Much fuller. That's an easy single.
Another bright prospect in the Bangladesh team, Shamim Hussain, had a good start to his international career in Zimbabwe. Played 2 quick knocks and played the role of a finisher in Zimbabwe. And now he has to construct his inning as well as he come in the 13th over of the innings. We all know he can hit the ball hard, but he need to give support to the captain as well.
And also having Mahmoud Riyad in the other end will definitely guide Shamim Hussain. While at the wicket, it's important one of the batsmen takes the risk. We spoke about at least a 130. To do that, the batsman who is set got to carry on, and the batsman around him should be taking that calculated risk and identify the important bowler. Googly this time. Shamim Hussain pretty unlucky. Some with Real Loose delivery by Adam Zampa. Nicely fielded as well by Mitchell Marsh at cover point. Just 2 runs in this over. Understandably, the new batsman coming in, trying to settle down.
That's good running between the wicket. 3 runs. And getting an opportunity with the bat, utilizing that, and here he is playing against Australia. It's a great opportunity for someone like Shamim.
A shot beautifully played. This time seam up by George Ledwood, tailing in slightly towards leg stump. Maybe it's a hint of reverse swing. Away by slow delivery this time, much fuller, thick inside edge bats.
Parveez, we have seen these with slower delivery in this game pretty often, and they come up with a different approach, bringing in Ashton Turner for the first time bowling in this series, and now rotating the bowlers as well. Matthew Wade, the way he handled his bowler, look at him. Ashton Turner opened the bowling, and then Hazelwood, Zampa, Agar, Ellis, Marsh and Christian rotated his bowler really well today.
The line. That's a good catch, running behind, running backwards I should say. One of the hardest things to do. Made it look so easy. That's a very good catch by McDermott. But this time paying the price.
Pressure was mounting on the youngster. He already had played 7 balls, but hasn't been able to make an impact with the bat, and now going for a big shot. Hit it right up at the bat and couldn't control that one. Good catch in the end, going backwards, and Hazelwood strikes for Australia.
I spoke about being smart, identifying the ball to go against, but this time Shamim Hossain gone for 3 of 8 deliveries.
তাজা উপাদানের আসল স্বাদে স্কয়ারের রুচি সস সবই মজা লাগেছে।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এমন মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
Wicketkeeper Nurul Hassan. This is the crease, one of the heroes from the last game. An important role into his 15th game. Striker of 123. Very handy if you could get that today. Josh Hazelwood striking for Australia. With the pick-out bowler for the visitors. In those hard lengths, not giving away anything for the Bangladeshis. Picked up his second wicket, just given away 8 runs in his third over. Slow delivery, that's the bounce I'm talking about, Maza. Steep bounce. Don't think any of the bowlers from both sides has got the bounce which Josh has got. That's what I'm talking about. Shamim Hossain, it's important to identify the bowler to go after. Don't think he took the right option. And also, running back was one of the hardest things. And Ben McDermott made it look so easy.
Obviously, the pressure was mounting on the youngster. But the Aussies kept the pressure on to the youngster as well. Good done. Well done.
Wicket to wicket again. Josh Hazelwood just given away 3 boundaries in his 10 over in this entire series. Bangladesh 81 for 5 after 14.
ভাবছেন এসি চালালেই বাড়বে বিদ্যুৎ বিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসির ইনভার্টার টেকনোলজি বাঁচায় বিদ্যুৎ খরচ আর পরিবেশ বান্ধব গ্যাস বাঁচায় পরিবেশ। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ বুঝুক আর না বুঝুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Six overs to go for Bangladesh. Just 10 runs scored in the last 3 overs, losing 2 wickets. Bangladesh losing some momentum. See Adam Zampa into his final over, picked up 2 wickets. Good start, very good start. Drifting it in, neatly played as well by the wicketkeeper Nurul Hassan.
Another bright prospect for Bangladesh, Nurul Hassan, made a comeback to the side. That was the first one that he faced of Adam Zampa. Made his comeback in the one-day side after 5 years and scored a 40-odd run knock in Zimbabwe.
Down the attack. Oh, this time big risk taken by Mahmood Riyad. And lucky didn't get any bat. Middle of the bat, I should say. It's one bounce towards a long on fielder for a single.
Parveez, you have batted in these sort of situations many times in your career, and going back to what would have you done if you're in place of Nurul Hassan Chauhan now, just coming in at the crease?
Exactly not that, because I'm quite bad on these. Saying that, effective, very effective, there's good feeling as well. Mitchell Marsh, umpire would definitely go upstairs just to check it out. Saying that, it's good smart cricket, there was no short fine leg. Nurul Hassan is quite known for all these fancy strokes. It's a nutmeg as well through his legs. It's good fielding, very good fielding by Mitchell Marsh. Coming from all the way from deep square leg. Situation of the game is very crucial to the batsman who's batting on for a long time, which is Mohammad Riyad. His main aim should be bet at least till the 19th over and have the other batsman taking the risk, calculated risk. And Nur Hassan, no mark with the bat. We showed in the last game, can back a punch, but it's important to take that one or two deliveries to get in. So the easiest wickets to start well, start fast. We all know it's going to be a low-scoring game. Team is going to outsmart each other with the fun.
And also release the pressure from Mahmudullah. He's a busy cricketer. He's always looking for runs. And look, putting some eye drops.
What a shot. I think the eye drop did really work. What a stroke. Good start by Nur Hassan. That was almost near the side screen.
His eyes just lit up when he saw the ball pitched right up there. He picked up that one really well and chanced his arm. He knew there was a fielder at long on, but took on the fielder. Very gutsy cricketer indeed.
A top spin delivery that time. Adam Zampa showing his repertoire, but this time Nurul Hassan Sohan is well known for going through the line. That's what I was talking about, Maza. Taking that calculated risk, getting the pressure off the captain who's batting beautifully from the other end. Leg spinner this time. Dot delivery to end the 15th over. Bangladesh 93 for 5.
Wood strikes for Australia.
Ispahani
Of one, identify the bowler. It's given me 1 for 5. Overs to go 2 wickets. Sun
Of that run.
Any bad fielder.
Main run.
That effect. Umpire would that. It's good fancy strip fielding by Mitchell Marsh. Coming from all the way from deep square leg. Situation of the game is very crucial. To be bet at least till the and have the other batsman taking the risk, calculated risk. And Nur Hassan, no mark with the bat. We showed in the last game, can back a punch, but it's important to take that one or two deliveries to get in. So the easiest wickets to start well, start fast. We all know it's going to be a low-scoring game. Team is going to outsmart each other with the fun.
And also release the pressure from Mahmudullah. He's a busy cricketer. He's always looking for runs. And look, putting some eye drops.
What a shot. I think the eye drop did really work. What a stroke. Good start by Nur Hassan.
Come out with, which is absolutely correct. There's no point saving your aggressive instinct for the different Adam Zampa today. Variations in bowling coming through for the Australians.
Nicely tucked away, yeah, absolutely right. The variations have been there for all to see. It's learned well from the mistakes in the previous 2 games.
Yeah, it was essential for Afif to continue. Wanted that quick single. He'll quickly realize that it's the Australian fielding, and you need to be completely sure when you take on any fielder closing in. And this to follow again. Shamim Hussain, victim of Josh Hazlewood again. He's been the economical bowler for the Australians on this tour. Not that we haven't seen how economical he is in the one-day format. Playing his part here again.
Nicely behind that, but the quick run taken. Here's the throw, and that's a direct hit, and I think that's gone. Yeah, no problems with umpire. Didn't have to go up to the third umpire. Direct hit will always get you. Well, the run had to be tried. He had to go for it. He's very disappointed, but that's the way it goes.
They're on target today, the Australian team. Moses Henriques gets the ball on the bounce, positions himself, takes aim, and pegs back the stump. Second run out for Bangladesh. Nurul Hassan departing for 11, 97 for 6, Bangladesh.
ব্লেন্ডার্স চয়েস প্রিমিয়াম গ্রিন টির প্রতিটি ব্যাগে থাকে 3 লেয়ারের সুরক্ষা, যার ল্যামিনেশন লেয়ার দেয় আর্দ্রতা থেকে সুরক্ষা। অ্যালুমিনিয়াম ফয়েলের লেয়ার নিশ্চিত করে সুঘ্রাণ ও স্বাদের সজীবতা। পেপার লেয়ার বাইরের আলো ও আর্দ্রতাকে প্রতিরোধ করে সতেজতা ধরে রাখে, তাই আপনি পাচ্ছেন বিশ্বমানের গ্রিন টির সেরা স্বাদ।
কেউ ভাবুক আর না ভাবুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল স্যানিটাইজিং হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Mehdi Hasan is the new batsman in Bangladesh in their effort to get the scoreboard moving along, taking a few risks and getting the quick runs, and in the process, as you can see, he thought it played with soft hands, then he would have, his partner would have made it, but what a direct throw, good direct throw that was. They've been very, very agile, alert, accurate in the field, the Australians today, and it's paid off for them. He was looking good till he got run out, disappointed, but the Australians cock a hoop, understandably containing the Bangladeshi batters, running out of overs. And it'll be a tough ask. I think Mehdi Hasan would do well just to give the strike back as quickly as possible to Mahmudullah Riyad, who's got to step on the gas now. Been holding one end up, while the others have been batting around him, but he's lost his partners. Delicate balancing act when you've lost 6 wickets and you're left with just the 4 overs after the next delivery. But to throw caution to the wind, that's this kind of format of the game. Just as Anjum said, just can't die wandering.
Mahmudullah wants to make it count here. They're already leading 2-0 in the series. One of the most experienced players is out there with Mehdi Hasan. And he knows the importance of this batting pair for Bangladesh. 98 for 6.
ভাবছেন ঘরের বাতাসেও জীবাণুরা করছে কিলবিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসি, এতে আছে অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল ফিল্টার যা প্রতিরোধ করে 99 গ্রি এসি, একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। তাই ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ইনস্ট্যান্ট হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
It's the captain playing the sheet anchor role on 30 of 38. Shakib Al Hasan has chipped in with numbers in all the 3 games, not been able to compound it. Been a problem, but it's all up to young Mehdi Hasan. His ploy. Stands his ground, tried to pull it away, not quite getting hold of it. Gets a single. More importantly, I think gives the strike back to Mahmudullah Riyad. It hung in the air for a while. Couple of runs. Mahmudullah is the only Bangladeshi batsman who has hit 56s in T20s. He really needs to go big now. Well, there will be improvisation. Might be a tad risky, but it pays off on occasions. He will chance his arm.
The Australian bowling has been spot on today. Much improved from the early two T20Is that they played. 7 bowlers have been used by captain Matthew Wade. And he's rotated them exceedingly well.
He's content to block the balls, getting an inside part of the bat. Trickles away for a single. Mahdi Hassan himself has been amongst the best Bangladeshi hitters in the BPL 2019. Hit 17 sixes in that tournament. So we've got 2 capable big hitters in the middle. At the moment, the bowling has been so tidy. And they've not really been allowed to get underneath the ball to go for the big hits. Once again, forced to tuck it away. This has been very, very good bowling by the Australians. Right from the word go, bringing in a spinner for the first time to open the over, rotating the strikes, the bowlers wonderfully well. Matthew Wade, it's all paid off, slowing the balls down, getting a grip by the spinners and getting them to just play safely at those deliveries. Only 6 runs coming from the 17th over, 104 for 6.
এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন মেরিল মিল্ক বাথ যা আপনাকে দেবে ফ্রেশ অ্যান্ড ইয়াঙ্গার লুকিং স্কিন।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এমন মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
Not enough toll blocks in that graph for Bangladesh. Thus, the current run rate of 6.12. Need to get a move on and quickly. It's on that short pitch delivery. Guides it back at a point. It's going to be a chase for the fielder, but he does make it and only restricts them to a couple of runs.
As I mentioned, the Australian bowlers have been exceedingly well and top of their game today. The change that they've made with every game from first T20 right up to today, 58% of slower deliveries being used by the Australian bowlers. Of course, 5 bowlers were used in the first game and the second. 7 of them today. Dan Christian getting a look in. Nathan Ellis coming in. Of course, Nathan Ellis coming in instead of Mitchell Starc tonight. And such an important element. Yes, Mitchell Starc doesn't need to bowl that variation. He beats people by pace and that swing that he has. But for the other bowlers, it's such a nice learning curve. Good seam position right into the block hole from Ellis.
Well, he had to go for it. Maybe exposed his intentions in dancing down the wicket and allowed Ellis to just drop the ball a tad short. Thus, really couldn't get a hold of it the way he'd have liked to. Mehdi, but the intentions are pretty clear. They know that they've got to get a move on. They need a big over now. Defended 131, did Bangladesh in the first T20 international. But they need to get the numbers on board. 107 for 6, 2.5 overs after this. Needs some big runs if they're going to test the Australian batters. done well after he went for quite a few runs, Ellis. Coming back nicely. It's just that variation of speed and accuracy has not allowed the batsman to use any kind of pace at all.
Yes, they've been impressive. They've ensured that at all times the pressure is on the Bangladesh batsmen, wanting to put runs on the board. Mahmudullah electing to bat first after winning the toss.
He goes big time, doesn't get a hold of it. There's some protection. Two of them converging, but two more runs. Haven't had a boundary for 18 deliveries. That's the wrong end of the innings when you run out of boundaries. When they dry up, to get the pressure building on you, you try to improvise, and that gives the opportunity to the bowlers to eke out a wicket.
It's very, very warm out there. It's very humid too. Remember, we've had a lot of rain an hour or hour and a half prior to the start of play. The humidity levels are extremely high, 82%. Top shot. When you can stand and deliver, just like what Mahmudullah has done, you don't need to bother running. 1-1-4 for 6.
ব্লেন্ডার্স চয়েস প্রিমিয়াম গ্রিন টির প্রতিটি ব্যাগে থাকে 3 লেয়ারের সুরক্ষা, যার ল্যামিনেশন লেয়ার দেয় আর্দ্রতা থেকে সুরক্ষা। অ্যালুমিনিয়াম ফয়েলের লেয়ার নিশ্চিত করে সুঘ্রাণ ও স্বাদের সজীবতা। পেপার লেয়ার বাইরের আলো ও আর্দ্রতাকে প্রতিরোধ করে সতেজতা ধরে রাখে, তাই আপনি পাচ্ছেন বিশ্বমানের গ্রিন টির সেরা স্বাদ।
কেউ ভাবুক আর না ভাবুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল স্যানিটাইজিং হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
What the doctor ordered in the last delivery of the previous over. Needed a boundary badly, did Bangladesh, and he's delivered. Maybe in the air for a while, was there in the slot, and he went full hog at it, right with his follow through. Just look at the other end of that shot, maybe trying to slow it down. How far was it from the fielder? Well, no, it's far enough. He might have got a little excited, but it was well clear of that fielder. Spoiled his over with that boundary. Maybe 3 of 6 needs to go. He does, picks it up, but there is some protection. Just a single.
We're mentioning about the importance of change of pace and how the Australians have done that so very well today. The contribution of this man on screen, Adam Zampa, has been outstanding today. You know, we've not got very good numbers in the power play right through the years, but the first 2 T20s, he bowled a little bit of sprayed all over the play, especially looking at the pitch. But let's not forget he had a left-hander and a right-hander to bowl to. But the 2 wickets that he managed, of course, the over-pitch delivery or a full-length delivery. But today, he slowed down in his pace just a bit from 87 to 86, and the 2 full balls that he's picked up a wicket off. Oh, that's dangerous. He'll have to re-bowl that. And a free hit will be given as well.
Just slipped out of his fingers. It had rolled across the outfield, and it's still a little soggy. Maybe collecting a bit of moisture. This occasion, Hazelwood just trying to bowl a knuckleball. I think it went to Orai, well over the head, and that will be very welcome for Bangladesh, particularly that free hit coming up. There's Cyril, you can see he's trying to do that. Could not control it. Difficult as it is to bowl the knuckleball. Free hit coming up. What can they garner from this? Gone big time. It's in the air. It's going to fall short of the fielder. Just couldn't get a hold of it the way he wanted to.
Again, the knuckleball didn't go, not going very well for Hazelwood, but Just to finish that point of Zampa, Shamim, he slowed down a notch in pace today and tried to pitch the ball further up to the batter to allow the ball to grip and turn. You know how essential and how important Zampa's spell and Ashtonager's spell is to Australian lineup. Initially, he was bowling a lot quicker, 87 Ks in the first T20. He slowed down in the second, went down nearly towards 85 or 86 an average speed, just allowing himself to toss the ball slightly higher, grip and turn. Chomo Sharkar was a victim.
Oh, really wild looking shot there, but that is to be expected. Mahmudullah Riyad maybe felt that he had an opportunity to pull it to the onside, just not lining up the ball enough. We're talking about slowing the balls down. It's been done by virtually all the Australian bowlers, and they've realized that just bowling the natural pace to get the pace to do the work will not work on this wicket. They've learned from the mistakes in the previous two games. All credit to them, coming back strongly with the ball. Cheeky but effective. Lovely shot. That's what you expect, the fag end of a T20 match, and that was done so very nicely.
You learn by experience. Mahmudullah has done that after realizing that it's going to be pace off from Josh Hazlewood. Rather than hitting down the ground, expecting the ball to come on, shimmy across towards the off stump, play it over the short fine leg fielder. Use the little pace that it's on offer from Hazlewood. 124.5 Ks. Gets the boundary.
Oh, he goes again, misses out. Very annoyed with himself. But that is the completion of the 19th over. 1 to go, 122 for 6.
ভাবছেন এসি চালালেই বাড়বে বিদ্যুৎ বিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা ডু চিল। গ্রি এসির ইনভার্টার টেকনোলজি বাঁচায় বিদ্যুৎ খরচ আর পরিবেশ বান্ধব গ্যাস বাঁচায় পরিবেশ। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ বুঝুক আর না বুঝুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
1 over to go in this third T20 international. How many more can Bangladesh garner? Reminder 31 in the first T20. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Let's see, he's expecting a signal, but it's just one over the shoulder. Slower bouncer, very effective.
Yeah, well bowled from Nathan Ellis. He's sticking to his strengths. He likes to get the ball hard into the pitch. Expect that bounce.
I think the bowler got away with that one. I thought it was well over the head of the batsman. Could have been called over. Look at this. He's standing on virtually on his tippy toes, and it's about a foot over his head. Couldn't get hold of it. Doesn't matter how they come, as long as they come. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 4 more deliveries left. You gotta go. Every ball. Gotta swing your bat. Mahmudullah Riyad on 48. As a captain, this is his highest score in T20 internationals. As a captain, I emphasize. Played a captain's knock. He wants to finish it on a high. Put a few more numbers on the board. Give his bowlers something to bowl at, defend.
Yeah, the umpire's not happy. Substitute ran on with a towel for Nathan Ellis.
Ellis has gone for 30 prior to this in his 3 overs. Oh, he had to just wait on that. Another attempt at the slow, but what he has done, despite the lack of control, it seems he had taken one hand off, managed to drag it wide and down Bangabandhu square for 4 runs.
5th international T20 for captain Mahmudullah, and first as a captain. What a player he has been, what a servant he has been for Bangladesh cricket over the years. Sense that it might be a short pitch delivery, stayed his ground, he's not charging towards the bowler. Placed it well, knows the job is yet to be completed.
Oh, let's clean him up. Well, he had to go for the shots, maybe close the face of the bat. Wrong time to lose the wicket, but possibly he's done his job, taken his team to a decent enough total. Another few runs would come in handy though.
First international T20 wicket for young Nathan Ellis. And to get that with an off stump getting pegged back of the Bangladesh captain will remain a nice memory. Mahmudullah departs for a 52, 127 for 7 Bangladesh.
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
কেউ ভাবুক আর না ভাবুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল স্যানিটাইজিং হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
By the debutant Ellis and Mahmudullah Riyad, a little cramped for space, trying to drag it, bring it across and getting cleaned up. This will be very happy. He'll remember knocking out to the off stump of the Bangladeshi skipper. Oh, he's walked across. He's got a lashed onto that one. That's going straight to hand, and he gets his 2nd wicket. Oh, I can understand Mustafizur Rahman really throwing his bat at it. Had to try and get some quick runs in that manner, but he perishes.
Very good debut. He'll remain on a hat-trick. Mustafizur Rahman trying to get the better of the shorter boundary onto the leg side. An easy catch for Mitchell Marsh. 2nd wicket for Nathan Ellis. Mustafizur departs 127 for 8.
Last ball of the innings coming up. It's going to be Mahdi who's taken strike. And he's trying to pull it big. There's a fielder coming around. And I think he's got his hat-trick. Goodness gracious me. What a turnaround. They say cricket is a great leveler. 30 runs of his first 3 overs. Then he gets a hat-trick to finish this innings. Fantastic debut here for young Ellis. Smiles break out. And Bangladesh lose another one at the end of the innings.
You require moments of brilliance to get back into the contest. Australia starting off very well today at the start of the game. The last over being thrown to the debutant Nathan Ellis, and earns the hat-trick. It was always dipping on Ashtonega, never easy. But when you have a debutant on a hat-trick, you do make an extra bit of an effort. What a moment What a moment for Australia. They go into the dressing room with a big smile, with a wide smile on their faces. Mitchell Starc gave a little speech prior to handing over the cap to Nathan.
কেউ জানুক আর না জানুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতে। তাই ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ইনস্ট্যান্ট হ্যান্ড স্যানিটাইজার।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Do join us after a very short break.
তাজা উপাদানের আসল স্বাদে স্কয়ারের রুচি সস, সবই মজা লাগেছে।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এমন মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
with the captain Mahmudullah, a magnificent 52, ably supported by Shakib and Afif. Nathan Ellis on debut picked up 3 wickets, giving away 34 runs. Adam Zampa, Hazelwood are the 2 other successful bowlers for Australia.
Naeem Hassan was the first one to depart today. And then it was Adam Zampa dismissing Shomo Shoka early on, trying to go for a sweep. Shakib Al Hasan played well until he was caught brilliantly at long off region, and then Afif Hussain was run out by a direct hit from Alex Carey. Did really well in that occasion. Bangladesh kept losing wickets at regular interval. They needed that partnership until Shamim Hussain looking for those big shots and eventually paid the price. Mahmudullah Riyad hung in, and Nurul Hassan Shohan also tried in until he was the second man to get run out in the innings for Bangladesh. And the captain was the man after scoring his 50. Ellis picked up a hat-trick in his debut, went on to dismiss Mustafizur Rahman and as well as Mehdi Hassan in the end to become the first bowler to pick up a hat-trick on his debut. What a day he's having.
Indeed, on debut, Bangladesh huddle. Pretty sure talk would be to pick up early wickets, puts the pressure on the Australians. The umpires making their way in. Got to be said, the umpiring standards in the entire series so far has been top-notch. Remember, all the COVID protocols, the local umpires officiating. See the fielders coming to the middle. Two Australian openers straight away. Big change. Matthew Wade opening the batting. Some repetition. Start to outface by Australians. Need to play out their socks, Australia, to remain in the series. Remember, Bangladesh chasing a series win against the opponents. Never won that before the series started. Played 4, lost 4. And in the series so far, played 2-1-2. Captain Matthew Wade, we mentioned the last 2 games was in the middle order, promoting himself to the top order and taking the responsibility. 630 runs, strike of 126 and a best of 80. Decent career so far. Ben McDermott came to the team in place of Josh Phillip. 107 runs into his 15 games, striker of 92. Definitely would love to improve on that. A high score of 32, not out. All to play for this important game, as we mentioned. Mehdi Hassan, the off spinner, not surprisingly Bangladesh starting with off spin. Straight away. Well, into his 12th game, picked up 8 wickets. Very impressive average as well for a bowler who's bowling the power plays mostly in his 11 games he has played. Captain Mahmoud Riyad straight into the attack. The slip, short fine leg, short square leg, short mid wicket, all ready to play for. First ball coming up. Shot down the leg side, clipped away towards square leg for a single.
Ben McDermott, son of Craig McDermott, former Aussie fast bowler. He's had a good season in the Big Bash League last season. Scored over 400 runs batting at number 3. Remember, he batted at number 6 in West Indies in the last series, getting his first opportunity today.
That's been the change of Australian cricket, isn't it? Not having the players, beg your pardon, to establish themselves. We know most of the established players taking a break. Most probably will definitely come to the T20 World Cup coming up very soon. Captain Wade. Shot this time. Captain Wade missing out. Finding that low field at short extra cover.
Mehdi Hassan has been brilliant so far in this series. Young Shamim Hussain missed out on these games.
Much straighter, kept a bit low as well. That's good running. Good intent straight away by Matthew Wade. Any batsman would want to get off the mark. Mid-on fielder, sorry for Islam. His heels slightly low, but nicely watched to the end by Captain Matthew. Much slower. That's what Bangladesh have done so far in this entire series. Slowing it up, not giving any pace to the Australian batsmen. They've got to make their own pace.
He's a very handy bowler with the new ball, Mehdi Hassan.
Shot, flat, 6. What a start by Ben McDermott. Strong shot. Shot of intent. Mehdi Hassan this time just dragging it down, not that shot. There you go. Shows the brutal power.
Commentator's curse, isn't it, Farveez? Just told him that he's a good bowler, and then he bowled a short one. It was there to hit, and McDermott just lashed onto it. What a good shot that is.
Christmas have come early. Ben McDermott into his first over. Mehdi Hassan. Got delivery. Got short extra county in the over. Australia, good start. 8 for no loss.
তাজা উপাদানের আসল স্বাদে স্কয়ারের রুচি সস সবই মজা লাগেছে।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এমন মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
Beautiful sight. Nasul Mohammed, very impressive bowler, left arm spinner, into his 7th game, average of 28 and an impressive economy of 8.15. Pretty sure Captain Matthew Riyadh would be wanting some wickets from him. Between overs, more eye drops to the wicket keeper. Last time he did that, he had a huge 6. Oh, what a start. This time, Captain Matthew Wade trying to go through the offside, turning back.
Turn immediately for Nasu Ahmed. The left armer, remember, picked up 4 wickets in the first game.
Much slower. 2 balls back. That's what we're talking about, the slow spinner. Just a second though, look at that, Maza. Sure, all the spinners in the Bangladesh attack will be asking the captain, when am I going to bowl? Much shorter. Easily caught at short fine leg. Matthew Wade missing out. It was much shorter, trying to go over square leg. Only finding short fine leg fielder. Easy catch.
Keeper Matthew Wade's fortune hasn't changed after promoting himself to come open the innings for Australia. Nasu Ahmed, after bowling a Turner one in the previous one, this time he bowled a little bit quicker, hurried onto the batsman, surprised Matthew Wade, and Bangladesh picks up their first wicket.
That's very impressive by the Bangladesh to start with. Captain Matthew Wade gone for 1, Australia 8 for 1.
ভাবছেন ঘরের বাতাসেও জীবাণুরা করছে কিলবিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা, ডু চিল। গ্রি এসি, এতে আছে অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল ফিল্টার যা প্রতিরোধ করে 99।
In form, Mitchell Marsh. 634 runs, striker 124. Would love to have Mitchell Marsh till the end, guiding the Australians through. That's the man who has done the damage so far. Giving away a single run picked on wicket of Matthew Wade. Much slower. Easily single there. Very easily taken. Well backed up by the non-strikers end as well. Look at the previous delivery. Much quicker, as I mentioned. With small bounce and also hitting almost in the slice of the bat. Maybe at the small. Easy captain. Not sure what he's complaining about. Saying that Bangladesh have been very smart with the way they've used the pace. Slower, much slower.
Nasum has got an interesting case. He has seen the both side of the coin. The player from Sunamganj, he didn't get a team during the 2015 BPL and also in the Dhaka Premier League.
Oh, turn. This time, good stuff. Good start by Bangladesh. Australia 9 for 1.
ভাবছেন এসি চালালেই বাড়বে বিদ্যুৎ বিল? আরে যদি থাকে গ্রি, নো চিন্তা ডু চিল। গ্রি এসির ইনভার্টার টেকনোলজি বাঁচায় বিদ্যুৎ খরচ আর পরিবেশ বান্ধব গ্যাস বাঁচায় পরিবেশ। গ্রি এসি একটু বেশিই ঠান্ডা।
কেউ বুঝুক আর না বুঝুক, নিজের এবং পরিবারের সুরক্ষার দায়িত্বটা রাখুন নিজের হাতেই। ব্যবহার করুন সেপনিল ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে।
সেপনিল, সুরক্ষার পাওয়ার আপনার হাতে।
Lots of batsmen to follow. Definitely bats up to number 8. As you mentioned, Maza, it's important the batsman who settles in plays a role what Mahmood Riyad did for Bangladesh. Could be Mitchell Marsh, man on form. Shakib Al Hasan to the attack. Much shorter, slow as well. Thought Mitchell Marsh would have been disappointed not racing through that extra cover for a boundary.
McDermott, he will be looking to make an impact. Shakib Al Hasan, when you play against him, watch out for those pace variations.
Slow turn again, slow turner.
Shakib Al Hasan is actually the second most economical bowler inside the power play.
Interestingly, Maza, I was just about to mention the mid-wicket was vacant for a long time. Mahmood Riyad getting the batsman, inviting them to go across the line. That's why the mid-wicket is open. Picking up early wickets with the new ball will put a lot of break on the Australian batting lineup. We mentioned not much batsmen are on form, and rightly so. Captain Mahmudullah going on the attack, opening that mid-wicket. Much shorter, going straight as well. Be careful with the arm ball. Highly old custom. Shakib Al Hasan this time. That's the variation I'm talking about, Maza. Going arm with the arm.
And it skidded through quickly to the batsman as well.
Al Hasan in the stumps off. Caught behind appeal as well by Shakib Al Hasan. Given away. It's given out by the head umpire. Mitchell Marsh straight away. It's one of the quickest reviews ever. Not looking happy. Given out, caught behind. Interesting. Not the wicket-keeper appeal, only the bowler appealed. Interesting replay and a game-changing decision as well. Remember, Mitchell Marsh is the man in form.
Marsh looked pretty confident when he took that review. This looks okay from here. Another flighted delivery, teasing the batsman. Mitchell Marsh gone hard on it. Did that hit that bat or not?
Yep, very close call. Let's wait and see. Mentioned before. very important, crucial, I should say, decision out of this game. Mitchell Marsh being the man on form right throughout the West Indies series, as well as this pending series. Shakib Al Hasan looked very confident, and the wicket keeper thought otherwise. Ultra edge coming up. Nothing. Big gap between the bat and the ball. Daylight, clear daylight. Not too sure what prompted the umpire to give it out, but saying that, the DRS was used, and Captain Mitchell Marsh survives.
Ultra edge showing a flat line. There's no spike there. He has to reverse his decision.
Nicely ball, got to finish. Australia 11 for 1. So this was for Norul was appealing for.
এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন মেরিল মিল্ক বাথ, যা আপনাকে দেবে ফ্রেশ অ্যান্ড ইয়াঙ্গার লুকিং স্কিন।
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
মাছ ব্যাপার না, রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
দুষ্টু মিষ্টি এবং মুহূর্তগুলো ভরপুর হয়ে উঠুক ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর চায়ের শ্রেষ্ঠ ব্লেন্ডের অনন্য স্বাদে। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
Most wickets in T20s in the power plays. Team Saudi from New Zealand right up there with 39. Shakib Al Hasan is also there with 29 wickets, and look at that economy rate, 6.50.
Oh, what a delivery. That spun from leg stump. Ben McDermott had no clue. Look at that replay there. It's wonderful stuff. Look at that. Nice reps, missing all ends up very close to the off stump. Again, it's good stuff. Good pressure being created.
First ball of this over, it was a brilliant one. Pitched it right up there, confused the batsman whether to play straight or turn it towards the onside.
This is a challenge, isn't it? The one going straight. Generally, the newer ball, one going straight is a stock delivery. The one it turns is a surprising one. In this wicket, it's the other way around. Slower, shorter. Missed out there by Ben McDermott. Well fielded well by Shamim Hussain at short extra cover. Australia.
পিওরেটের অসাধারণ এক্সপেরিয়েন্স নিন, না কিনেই ট্রাই করুন 15 দিন।
দারুণ খবর, প্রথম অ্যাড মানিতে 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক আজই বিকাশে। খবর, প্রথম অ্যাড মানিতে 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক আজই বিকাশে 2000।
Previous over, last delivery of Shakib Al Hasan. We saw similar shot was attempted. Again, much slower. Wily old customer Shakib Al Hasan. Inexperienced bowler would have fired it in, but not Shakib.
That's brilliant response from Shakib Al Hasan. Once again, lighted it up, teasing the batsman. Come again, come hit me again.
Yes, boy.
Stop that time. Plays well as well from Mitchell Marsh into the 5th over. Australia just 17. Beg your pardon, 16. As expected, Australians been attacked by spin. Masood Mahmood bowling the only maiden over in the series. Full toss, missed out. Ben McDermott eyeing that vacant mid-wicket boundary, missing all ends up.
Went to the shot a bit early. It was even more slower from Shakib Al Hasan.
That time going with the arm, easily played towards a mid-wicket for a single to end the 5th over. Australia 17 for 1.
দিন যেমনই হোক আমার চেহারা করে গ্লো কারণ আমার আছে নতুন লাক্স 7টি সৌন্দর্য উপাদানের সাথে আমার চেহারায় আনে মখমলে গ্লো লাক্স গ্লো টাইম
মশলা বানানোর আসল কাজটা করে কৃষকদের পরিশ্রমী হাত আমরা শুধু খাঁটি জিনিসটা পৌঁছে দিই আপনার হাতে বসুন্ধরা গুঁড়া মশলা প্রকৃতি হতে আপনার হাতে
বুঝতে হবে এটা ইউনিক স্ট্রাকচারাল ডিজাইনের কসমিক ডোর এর ওয়াল থিকনেস এবং রিব থিকনেস বেশি থাকে টিকে 50 বছরেরও বেশি কসমিক ডোর
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না
মাছ ব্যাপার না রাধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাছের মশলা থাকলে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না
ফুয়াদ ভাইয়ের মতো হাজার হাজার বিক্রেতা বন্ধুই আসল নাম্বার 1 কারণ তারাই আসল নকল বুঝে জরুরি ওষুধ বিক্রি করে
এসএমসির ওরসালাইন জীবন বাঁচায় জীবনকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যায়
সময় এখন এমন সাথে থাকলে টক ঝাল স্বাদের হজম ক্যান্ডি সব হজম করে দেয়
You say seamers, or let's say bowlers who will be using change of pace.
He's been brilliant in the first two T20 international, Mustafizur Rahman, and he will enjoy bowling in this surface because the spinners we've already seen is getting the grip and getting the ball to turn. So watch out for the from Mustafizur Rahman.
Straight on, bang on. We've seen a lot of change of pace from the Australians to the seamers. Dropped the pace and went to the change of pace. Nearly 50+% of change of pace deliveries. And a young Nathan Ellis making his debut, getting the cap from the experienced pro Mitchell Starc early on. The last over was offered to him to going out there and bowling. And didn't he start well, or let's say didn't he finish well? With a hat-trick. First time an Australian player on debut in a T20 international gets a hat-trick. So it's been a very good first 20 overs for the Australian team. Started well, finished well. It's up to their batters now.
Straight away, just rolling his fingers, dropping short of that fielder. Yeah, you mentioned about Nathan Ellis. He's the 3rd Australian player to take a hat-trick in T20 International and the first one in the history of T20 International to do it on debut. He'll be a very difficult customer if he does get it right, Mustafizur Rahman. And so it's not a bad start from Bangladesh. 18 for 1. They've only conceded 18 runs. Nasim Ahmed also has picked up a maiden already.
Yeah, pace is not going to trouble the Australians. And And by now, this is the third T20, so you've got to be very well aware as a captain, as a bowling captain as well, and the team, that they'll be watching out for the change of pace. Yes, Ben McDermott hasn't really played Mustafizur Rahman prior to this, so he'll be very, very cautious in his approach. Top shot. He's looked excellent from the start of play.
Yeah, Mustafizur Rahman has been very good in the first match of the series. Picked up 2 wickets for 16 runs and 4 over. 3 for 23 in the second T20 international. Good looking shot. He just could not pierce the gap. Good work in the covers. And they need to really bat. And they would want to see Mitchell Marsh in some sort of form.
And they have that time today. Not that it wasn't there in the first T20, chasing just under 132. They lost the first T20 by 23 runs. Didn't do very well in the second, 121. Today they're chasing a score which they would feel confident of crossing over, 128 for a win. And they've got time. They've started off well. They've seen a way. The 5 overs of spin. A good over to finish from Mustafiz, 20 for 1.
বিশ্বমানের প্রযুক্তি নিয়ে প্রথম বাংলাদেশের পতাকাবাহী এলপিজি ক্যারিয়ার বসুন্ধরা এলপিজি চ্যালেঞ্জার। 44,000 মেট্রিক টন সক্ষমতার বিশাল জাহাজ আমাদের গর্ব, আমাদের সকল গ্রাহকের অধিকার। সর্বোচ্চ গুণগত মানসম্মত নিরবিচ্ছিন্ন গ্যাস সরবরাহ বসুন্ধরার অঙ্গীকার। বসুন্ধরা এলপি গ্যাস, ভরসা রাখুন, স্বাচ্ছন্দ্যে থাকুন।
এসে গেল আলেশা কার্ড। আলেশা কার্ড হোল্ডার পাচ্ছেন দেশব্যাপী 90টির বেশি ক্যাটাগরিতে 50% পর্যন্ত ডিসকাউন্ট। এছাড়াও থাকছে আকর্ষণীয় সব অফার। বিশেষায়িত সেবা হিসেবে আলেশা কার্ডের মূল্য বীর মুক্তিযোদ্ধা ও বীরাঙ্গনাদের জন্য একদম ফ্রি এবং 65 বয়সোর্ধ নাগরিকদের জন্য 50% ডিসকাউন্ট। এখন ইচ্ছেরা সব হাতের মুঠোয়। আলেশা কার্ড, প্রিভিলেজ রিডিফাইন্ড।
স্মার্ট মাত্র 1 চামচ ভিম স্মার্ট লিকুইড পরিষ্কার করে সব থালা বাসন। তো স্মার্ট কেন হবো না?
Ease of the fielding restrictions for Mahmudullah. It's hit that hard, very hard down the ground. Might just get a single. Now he's come back for 2. Very good running.
Have a look at the variation in his speed. Nasir Ahmed, over 90 kilometers, 38%. And that's why he's been difficult to pick up. Very successful, started well when he picked up 4 for 19 in the first T20 international of the series. It was a nothing shot, it was a wide delivery. But he made the batsman work really hard. Now was a hit wicket. Oh, now how did that miss the stumps? Or did it get a bit of a nick also? They were beaten all ends up. Lovely delivery from Nasir Ahmed.
It seemed that it has taken the bails on the way. Nurul Hasan all excited behind the stumps, trying to grab that ball.
Yeah, how did it miss the stumps? Looks so very close. Missed by a whisker.
It would get Mitchell Marsh thinking. Bailout stroke coming from Mitchell Marsh. Gets a boundary.
And it's a very good one. They picked up the length very quickly. You have to be absolutely spot on in terms of playing that horizontal back shots. It's a conventional sweep. And he's played that nicely. That should just release some pressure.
Goes up and over. That's the strength of Mitchell Marsh. He's not going to take it lying down. He is going to take the attack to the left arm spinner.
Magnificent hit. Look how flighted that was. He knew he was in for an opportunity to free his arm. Not an easy shot to play with the spin over the cover head, and it's gone for the six. Brilliant.
33 for 1.
আপনার চুল কিভাবে সাজাবেন এটা কে ঠিক করে? ফেটে যাওয়া চুল নাকি ঝরে পড়া চুল? চুলের সমস্যা যেন আপনার চুলের সাজে বাধা না হয়। চুলের সমস্যা মানে হচ্ছে চুলের ড্যামেজ। ডাভ এর 1/4 ময়শ্চারাইজিং মিল্ক এবং ক্যারাটিন অ্যাক্টিভ চুলের ভেতর থেকে ড্যামেজ রিপেয়ার করে। ডাভ এখন মিনি প্যাকে 16% এক্সট্রা ফ্রি।
লাইফে সব সময় কেউ না কেউ পাশে ছিল বলে আজ আমি এইখানে।
বিশ্বাস রাখো, তুমি পারবে।
কারো একটা কথায় প্রচন্ড ভরসা দেয়। যে মানুষগুলো আমাকে এগিয়ে যাবার সাহস দেয় তাদের পাশে থাকতেই আমি বিশ্বাস রাখি দেশ জুড়ে ছড়িয়ে থাকা গ্রামীণ ফোনের 4G নেটওয়ার্কে।
প্রাণ ফ্রুটো মাই প্যাক এখন মাত্র 20 টাকায়।
মিষ্টি আমের মজায় লাইফ হোক ফ্রুটোময়।
ট্রাভেলে ক্ষুধার মজাদার আর হেলদি সমাধান মিস্টার নুডলসের কাপ নুডলস, স্বাদ নাও ভালোবাসার।
Now, in the history of Australian T20 internationals, they're certainly getting a move on.
It's such a beautiful shot. And he's a powerful lad. Never easy, but he got underneath it and hit a magnificent shot to pick up a six. Excellent work from Mitchell Marsh.
Shariful Islam.
Another left arm seamer, Shariful Islam. On. Twelve wickets for him. Made his T20 debut against the Kiwis in New Zealand. A nice looking shot, but just for a single. He's timing it nicely, isn't he?
It's been very good for Bangladesh team. A tour to New Zealand early part of the year. And a series against Sri Lanka at home. Of course, the Bangladesh Cricket Board, led by the president, providing another series off to Zimbabwe. For Shariful, you brightly mentioned New Zealand was the time that he made his debut, of course, T20I debut rather. But this is a nice outing. New Zealand, Sri Lanka, now Australia, playing against competitive and top teams in the world.
And especially during this difficult time, during this pandemic. I feel that the Bangladesh Cricket Board has done wonderfully well. He'll be a pleased man. Nazmul Hasan, president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, also the member of the parliament, to see Australia coming and playing this series. Excellent work from Bangladesh Cricket Board to convince them to come during these difficult times, making sure that everybody stays safe. Excellent. Great opportunities for both the teams to try to look at those players who would put their hands up. The T20 World Cup, which is coming in the month of October. This pair is looking good. Abdullah will be thinking who will be the bowler to pick up or rather break this partnership. This over is turning out to be a good one, Anjum. Only a single in the 4 deliveries that Shariful Islam has bowled so far.
Yeah, that's why Mahmudullah decided to bring the third midfielder inside the circle, anticipating that Mitchell Marsh might like to go down the ground. So he had a long on station there. Shoikut, the umpire, standing 33rd T20 International. The gentleman at the other end, Ghazi Sohail. Good over from Shariful Islam for Bangladesh. 36 for 1.
তুমি জানো আমি কে? হ্যাঁ?
সম্মানিত যাত্রীবৃন্দ, এই ভদ্রলোক জানেন না উনি কে। যদি কোনো সহৃদয় ব্যক্তি ওনার পরিচয় জানেন তাহলে কাউন্টারে যোগাযোগ করুন।
ব্রুকবন তাজার সতেজ চায়ের দানায় আছে প্রাকৃতিক থেয়ানিন, যা মনকে করে তোলে তাজা।
শক্তিশালী নতুন রিন, যা আপনার কাপড়ে আনে উজ্জ্বলতা এবং আপনাকে দেয় নতুন পরিচয়। প্রাণ মাঠা ন্যাচারাল কোল্ড ড্রিঙ্কস।
টক দই থেকে তৈরি হয় সুস্বাদু প্রাণমাঠা, পুরোপুরি ন্যাচারাল, যা হজমে সহায়তা করে। প্রাণমাঠা।
করোনার সাথে লড়াইয়ে আমরাই করব জয়। তাই তো হাতে তুলে নিয়েছি স্যাভলন ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে, যা করোনা ভাইরাসকে সম্পূর্ণরূপে ধ্বংস করে দেয়। স্যাভলন ডিসইনফেক্ট্যান্ট স্প্রে।
Short ball will be punished. It was quicker onto McDermott. And the gentleman alongside him, Mashudur Rahman Mukul, the TV umpire today. Yes, with Bangladesh having a tour of at home, of course, playing host to New Zealand, there is a lot of cricket which is on offer for the players. And you rightly mentioned to put their hands up and get counted. Remember, a few key players are regular members of the Bangladesh team missing out here. Tamim Iqbal out due to injury. Mushfiqur Rahim, Liton Das. You can't let the short ball drop and get away from these players. They are extremely good punishing it. McDermott gets it one to the 6.
Once again, it's a short delivery from Shakib Al Hasan. Deep in his crease, and he's smashed it and gets a 6. He'll be a touch disappointed. You would expect someone of a caliber of Shakib Al Hasan to bowl well, especially in these conditions, knowing that they don't have too many runs to defend. The loose delivery gets the treatment.
And for the impact to be made, Mathar, I think Shakib's 4 overs are extremely crucial for Bangladesh here.
Yeah, in his third over now. He's halfway completed the over. 3 more balls available in this over, so he has to finish off nicely. He's gone already 8 runs in an over in this over.
Yeah, the reason I mentioned it because he's the most experienced bowler between Mahdi, the off spinner, and Nasim. And Nasim's already been punished for 10 runs in the previous over. 13 runs correction in the previous over that he bowled.
He's come back strongly, yes. Correction for me also. 8 runs in this over, and then he's bowled 2 dot deliveries.
45 for 1.
সময় এখন এমন, সাথে থাকলে টক ঝাল স্বাদের হজম ক্যান্ডি সব হজম করে দেয়।
দারুণ খবর, প্রথম অ্যাড মানিতে 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। আজই বিকাশে 2000 টাকা বা বেশি অ্যাড মানি করুন যে কোনো প্রয়োজনে।
সানসিল্ক ব্ল্যাক শাইন 5টি ন্যাচারাল অয়েল ফর্মুলা, এটি তোমার চুলে দেয় 24 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত শাইন।
লো ক্যালোরি আর লো কার্ব আপনাকে রাখবে হালকা আর বাড়াবে রোগ প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা। বসুন্ধরা আটা ময়দা সুজি, প্রতিদিনের শুদ্ধতায়, প্রতিদিনের সুস্থতায়।
হোয়াট আ ড্রিঙ্ক!
স্যার, এটা ড্রিঙ্কও নাটা জেলি আর পানীয়র অসম কম্বিনেশন। এটা চাবান পানীয়, নট জাস্ট আ ড্রিঙ্ক।
ড্রিঙ্কো চাবান পানীয়।
Partnership for Australia. 37 or 45. More importantly, both of them look to be a much better control of their own game out there. Sounding very, very sweet. That's always pleasing for a batter.
Yeah, talking about left arm seamer, Mustafizur Rahman is right at the top among the wicket takers by a left arm seamer in T20 internationals. 45 matches, 66 wickets. Mohammad Amir from Pakistan at 59. Sohail Tanveer, 54. But that's a very good record, and that's a very good shot also. Beautiful shot from Mitch Marsh. Picks up another boundary.
It's coming out very well for the Australians. A slower pitch delivery was there from Shariful, but right in the spot. And these are always going to be easy pickings for Mitchell Marsh. The ICC all-rounder ranked 9th. Mitchell Marsh is the man that Australia will be looking at, carrying them a victory on the store. 50's come up on the board though.
It's a very good stop by Nurul Hassan behind the stumps. It was an inside edge. It fell in front of the keeper. It just didn't get that bounce that he was anticipating. Could have easily gone on to hit the stumps. A good work behind the stumps though.
Again, another short pitch delivery. These are easy pickings. Yet another boundary for Mitchell Marsh.
A learning curve for him. Shariful Islam. But he can't get away with bowling short pitch deliveries with that pace. 122. Easy. Too easy for someone like Mitchell Marsh to put it away. Second boundary in this over. Australia now requires 74 runs and 62 deliveries. And if they do manage to do that, they will stay alive in the series.
Shariful Islam is probably not found the perfect area where he wants to land that ball. He's pitching the ball up. He's getting dispatched on the cover boundary. He's pitching it short. He's getting dispatched on the square leg boundary. He's tried nearly everything this over.
Akram Khan, the right of the screen, right next to him, the CEO of Bangladesh Cricket Board. Akram Khan, obviously the former captain who went on to win the ICC trophy in 1997 in Kuala Lumpur, qualified Bangladesh to participate in their very first World Cup in 1999 in England. Now what has happened here? A few words being spoken between Mitch Marsh and the skipper, Mahmudullah.
He certainly said some words to Shariful Islam. Captain stepping in. to defend his young bowler. Of course, the series is on the line. You do expect some fireworks, in terms of words, of course. Mahmudullah not pleased with the Australian having a few words. Not yet settled. Ready for the last ball of the over. After the glare from Shariful to Mitchell Marsh, 54 for 1.
লাইফে সব সময় কেউ না কেউ পাশে ছিল বলে আজ আমি এইখানে।
বিশ্বাস রাখো তুমি পারবে।
কারো একটা কথাই প্রচন্ড ভরসা দেয়, যে মানুষগুলো আমাকে এগিয়ে যাবার সাহস দেয় তাদের পাশে থাকতেই আমি বিশ্বাস রাখি দেশ জুড়ে ছড়িয়ে থাকা গ্রামীণ ফোনের 4G নেটওয়ার্কে।
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন। বাংলাদেশের প্রায় প্রতি 2টি শিশুর মধ্যে একটি শিশু ক্যাভিটিতে ভোগে। পেপসোডেন্ট জার্মিটেকে রয়েছে ন্যাচারাল ক্লে অ্যাক্টিভেটেড ফর্মুলা, যা মুখের জীবাণুদের টেনে বের করে সুরক্ষা দেয় ক্যাভিটি থেকে 12 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত। কারণ প্রতিটি হাসি অমূল্য।
ট্রাভেলে ক্ষুধার মজাদার আর হেলদি সমাধান মিস্টার নুডলসের কাপ নুডলস, স্বাদ নাও ভালোবাসার।
ভিটামিন এ, সি, ডি ও জিঙ্কে ভরপুর প্রাণ ম্যাঙ্গো ফ্রুট ড্রিঙ্ক, খেতে দারুণ মজার।
বিজলি কেবলসে বিশুদ্ধ কপার ও ভালো মানের ইনসুলেশন থাকায় আপনার বাড়ির বিদ্যুতের পরিপূর্ণ চাপ নিতে সক্ষম। বিজলি কেবলস, আপনার পরিবার থাকুক নিরাপদে।
Get on with it. More important to play good cricket. Australia needs 74 runs of 60 balls. Just a little comparison, Bangladesh were 60 for 3 in their 10 overs, and just some contact lenses being replaced here by Nur Hassan Chauhan due to the humidity, maybe a little bit of dirt getting into his eyes. Comparing that Bangladesh 10 over score of 60 for 3, Australia have 54 for 1. They're 6 runs behind, but they've got the wickets in hand, Mazza.
Undoubtedly, but Australia are much better situation than they had in the previous 2 games. They'll surely feel they are well in the game, needed 74 of 60 balls. There's the change in the bowling. Shom Mosharka, he will bring up those slowers. Not the best of economy though, 9.74, but he can pick up the wickets as well.
Short pitch deliveries are not going to do the work. The distinct difference between the Bangladesh bowling and the Australian bowling is a little lack of discipline. I thought most of the Australian bowlers on view were pretty accurate, pretty tidy, varied their lines and lengths and the paces.
Come boys.
Bangladesh depended on too many short pitch deliveries which have been put away.
Hey!
That's better. Shomo Sharkar can come up with the wicket-taking balls, as you said. And he's got to try and redeem himself, not having performed with the bat.
And he can bowl those Yorkers really well. Keepers it up there for the batsman, not allowing the batsman to go down the wicket.
Just cramping him for a little bit of space, but did play that reasonably well at the end. A little bit of a fumble, but quickly recovered. Just allows the single. 3 runs from this over so far.
Come boys.
71, 57 balls Bangladesh could do with the wicket here. Waits on that one. You see again that short pitch delivery, allowing the batsman to really pull it away. Very, very nicely for 4 runs.
Marsh here getting ample time. It was short, it was back of a hand slower, but it was very short. Mitchell Marsh, all he needs to do is wait and just pull it away in between the 2 fielders. He even tried a leg spinner. What would you say, Shaim bhai?
Well, that was not the best option. You try and do what you're used to. Trying something out of the ordinary, that's going to result in something like that loose ball. and then he pitches one down the leg side for the batsman to flick it away. It's played too hard. Possibly that's the reason why they couldn't get a couple of runs. But somehow batsman getting into their comfort zone. Already 8 runs in this over. No need to do any histrionics. Just play the ball to its merit. And unfortunately, Shoman Sarkar so far has not delivered what his captain expected. And wants the call. Wants what they're going to get. Good over for Australia. 9 coming from it. After 11, it's 63 for 1.
এসে গেল আলেশা কার্ড। আলেশা কার্ড হোল্ডার পাচ্ছেন দেশব্যাপী 90টির বেশি ক্যাটাগরিতে 50% পর্যন্ত ডিসকাউন্ট। এছাড়াও থাকছে আকর্ষণীয় সব অফার। বিশেষায়িত সেবা হিসেবে আলেশা কার্ডের মূল্য বীর মুক্তিযোদ্ধা ও বীরাঙ্গনাদের জন্য একদম ফ্রি এবং 65 বয়সোর্ধ নাগরিকদের জন্য 50% ডিসকাউন্ট। এখন ইচ্ছেরা সব হাতের মুঠোয়। আলেশা কার্ড, প্রিভিলেজ রিডিফাইন্ড।
পিওরিটের অসাধারণ এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিন, না কিনেই ট্রাই করুন 15 দিন।
এখন মাসের 2টি বিল বিকাশ করুন কোনো চার্জ ছাড়াই।
স্বাদিয়া মন যে আবেশে হারাবে মন। দুধের সব গুণাগুণ নিয়ে 3টি মজাদার স্বাদে প্রাণ লাচ্ছি। প্রাণ লাচ্ছি, খুব খাচ্ছি, আরাম পাচ্ছি।
ফুয়াদ ভাইয়ের মতো হাজার হাজার বিক্রেতা বন্ধুই আসল নাম্বার 1, কারণ তারাই আসল নকল বুঝে জরুরি ওষুধ বিক্রি করে।
এসএমসির ওরসালাইন জীবন বাঁচায়, জীবনকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যায়।
সাবান বা সাধারণ হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে হাত হয়ে পড়ে রুক্ষ ও মলিন, তাই ব্যবহার করুন ময়েশ্চারাইজিং পাওয়ার সমৃদ্ধ স্যাভলন অ্যান্টিসেপটিক হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ, যা হাতকে রাখে নরম, কোমল ও জীবাণুমুক্ত।
Wide wicket. Naseem Ahmed now into his last over. It's been very, very good with his figures. He's played it into the deep. They're going to go quickly for the first run, coming back for the second, and that's good running. Decent enough throw from the deep, but they had it covered.
Australia are going through a very good phase of this innings so far.
Well, let's see how he negotiates spin. He's placed spin from the crease, Mitch Marsh, and just that left foot going forward to the pitch. The left foot planted behind the line. Just a little adjustment at the last moment when he meets the ball, drags that foot out for a change. That's been his ploy. That's the adjustment that you needed to make when you're facing bowlers who are trying to slow it down and the wickets just doing something out of the ordinary. So those little finer elements being perfected here. Now that's a wild swing across. And how close was that to that wicket?
That's very good bowling again from Naseem. Once again asking the batsman to play that shot. It was because of those dot balls. Naseem Ahmed is very handy as a white ball bowler for Bangladesh.
Now trying to be cheeky and succeeding. Here's the paddle sweep for a run, but Naseem has been very impressive. Into his 4th over, he's just given away 17 runs, has taken a wicket, very close to 2 wickets once again. That was the quicker delivery, the last one picked up well by the batter. Mitch Marsh, maybe the most important cog in the wheel for Australia. He tries a little paddle, gets only a single. Containment at the moment is the target, but a wicket would come in very handy.
The selectors will keep an eye on Naseem. Made his debut earlier this year in New Zealand. He's among those second left-arm spinners in the side. Inside out, over the cover's head, just only 1. A good over from Naseem though, 68 for 1 after 12.
Face karo shara din dab dab dab. Miss karo fun ar koto din dab dab.
অয়েলি স্কিন, এই নে পন্ডস অয়েল কন্ট্রোল ফেস ওয়াশ। এর সিলিকাবিটস টেকনোলজি ত্বকের গভীরে গিয়ে অয়েল শুধু ক্লিনই করে না, ভেতর থেকে কন্ট্রোলও করে। অয়েল ফ্রি তো টেনশন ফ্রি।
প্রাণ মাঠা ন্যাচারাল কোল্ড ড্রিঙ্কস। টক দই থেকে তৈরি হয় সুস্বাদু প্রাণ মাঠা, পুরোপুরি ন্যাচারাল, যা হজমে সহায়তা করে। প্রাণ মাঠা।
এখনো ভাইরাস আর ইনফেকশন ছড়াচ্ছে। টেস্ট, হসপিটাল, 1000 টাকার খরচ।
1000 টাকার খরচ বাঁচাতে সাহায্য করে মাত্র 10 টাকার লাইফবয়। এর 100% প্রমাণিত ফর্মুলা বিপজ্জনক ভাইরাসের বিরুদ্ধে লড়াই করে।
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন। ভিশন নিয়ে এলো ওয়ারেন্টি প্লাস অফার। ভিশনের যে কোনো শোরুম বা ডিলার পয়েন্ট থেকে এলইডি টিভি কিনে এসএমএস এর মাধ্যমে রেজিস্ট্রেশন করলে পেয়ে যাবেন 1 লক্ষ টাকা পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক।
Something that Bangladeshis will be hoping that continues through the rest of the 8 overs that remain. But McDermott has been very, very impressive. Built up this great partnership with Mitch Marsh. Marshalling his troops is Mahmudullah Riyad knows how crucial a breakthrough is. Can get dot balls, but the best way to slow down the scoring is get a wicket. Oh, up in the air, is it headed for a fielder? Oh my goodness, he's dropped it. I think that's Shariful, is that? In the deep, that was an easy take. That was the breakthrough Bangladesh desperately needed.
Is this going to be crucial for Bangladesh? They needed to pick up a wicket at this position, and Mustafizur Rahman delivered, but this time Shariful. It was a straightforward catch there. The youngster grasped it. Probably the pressure. It's the pressure in international cricket.
Oh, he seemed to have it covered. Come on, that should have been taken. Heads ahead. This could make the difference. And he comes back. But typical of Mustafizur Rahman, he does not get it very disappointed. Comes back with a good delivery. But how bad is it for a bowler when he managed to make the batsman make a mistake? It goes as a simple catch. He had it covered and lined himself up, and then, oh dear, that's terrible.
Probably he must be overthinking that I need to grab this catch. This will be an important opportunity for my side.
It's good. He continues the good work. Continues the good work. More often than not, when you see a bowler seeing a catch dropped off his bowling, gets frustrated, bowls short pitch deliveries, bowls a little awry. But thankfully, Mustafizur Rahman has kept his cool, not giving the batsman any space to work with.
This is very crucial phase for both Bangladesh and Australia. From Bangladesh's point of view, they need to bowl those dot balls regularly, keep the pressure mounting and make the batsman make the mistake.
Ah, beauty. That cutter drew the batsman towards it. Kept it at low, slowed it down, 115.5 clicks. Marvelous bowling here.
He's the mystery man so far for Australia. Ashton Agar, after that second defeat in the match, in the series, he said that he has never seen anything like this before from Mustafizur. The way he bowls his slowers, he doesn't actually use only his fingers, he actually uses his wrist as well. That makes it more difficult for the batsman to pick.
And once again ties him up. This has been a magnificent comeback, not only clinically, technically, but
মাছটা আজ তুমি রান্না করে ফেলো না।
Oh, it's ball out. That's Shakib Al Hasan for you. He welcomed the batsman. The pressure was building and Hoik across the line, missed it completely. And the death rattle behind him.
You need to give a lot of credit to Mustafizur Rahman, the way he bowled the previous over, just only 1 run, 5 dot balls, kept the pressure mounting.
Brings in a slip and a forward short leg. Well, that's pretty bold from the batsman. Gets himself a single.
I like it. Very good captaincy from Mahmudullah Riyad. You put the batsman under some more pressure. There's a new batsman in. They will look for runs. And another wicket from here on will bring back Bangladesh right onto the game. And it's not easy to come out and hit the bowlers right away.
It'll be a combination of the wickets, and also if they can just bowl sensibly, a disciplined line and length, tie them up, build up the pressure like Mustafiz did to give Shakib his wicket from the other end. Work in pairs as bowlers, do some good fielding. Pitches it up, so he mixes it up so nicely. Just was aiming for that Yorker length. It hurt a bit, but I think he'll be pretty happy with what's happening in the middle for Bangladesh at the moment. Got all of that. There is some protection in the deep. Only a single.
Very good partnership bowling as well from the two Bangladeshi bowlers. First Mustafizur Rahman and now Shakib Al Hasan has managed to give away just 4 runs in this over and picked up a wicket. So pressure's mounting on Australia. It's coming, it's coming. The fielders and the bowlers will feel like another one coming. And there goes the short leg again, there goes the slip. And there's a bit of chat between captain and Shakib. This will keep the batsman thinking. The nerves will come up again, and how he reacts, it will be very important to see.
Italy Henriquez, the new batter in. Whoops, it's the moisture, it's the humidity. Almost slipping out. We saw a Bima when I think it was Hazelwood, was it, who had one slipping through his fingers. I'm not quite sure who the bowler was on that occasion. Shakib just rubbing his hand in the dirt and get a good grip on the ball. The ball some air. Thought of a run. It's gone past Shakib. He's got the run. But a very, very good over completed. A wicket and 5 runs. 74 for 2.
এসে গেল আলেশা কার্ড। আলেশা কার্ড হোল্ডার পাচ্ছেন দেশব্যাপী 90টির বেশি ক্যাটাগরিতে 50% পর্যন্ত ডিসকাউন্ট। এছাড়াও থাকছে আকর্ষণীয় সব অফার। বিশেষায়িত সেবা হিসেবে আলেশা কার্ডের মূল্য বীর মুক্তিযোদ্ধা ও বীরাঙ্গনাদের জন্য একদম ফ্রি এবং 65 বয়সোর্ধ নাগরিকদের জন্য 50% ডিসকাউন্ট। এখন ইচ্ছেরা সব হাতের মুঠোয়। আলেশা কার্ড, প্রিভিলেজ, রিডিফাইন্ড।
পার্লারে গিয়েছিলি না তো?
এই বর্ষায় আরএফএল অথবা এক্সপার্ট পাম্প কিনলেই পাচ্ছেন আকর্ষণীয় ছাতা একদম ফ্রি। অফারটি সীমিত সময়ের জন্য।
লো ক্যালোরি আর লো কার্ব আপনাকে রাখবে হালকা আর বাড়াবে রোগ প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা। বসুন্ধরা আটা ময়দা সুজি, প্রতিদিনের শুদ্ধতায়, প্রতিদিনের সুস্থতায়।
সব দিয়েছি বিকাশ অ্যাপের পে বিলে এক জায়গা থেকে তুমি সব বিল দিতে পারবে।
আমার ছেলে মেয়ে দেশের সবচেয়ে বড় বিল পেমেন্ট নেটওয়ার্কে সব বিল বিকাশ করুন নিশ্চিন্তে।
সানসিল্ক ব্ল্যাক শাইন 5টি ন্যাচারাল অয়েল ফর্মুলা, এটি তোমার চুলে দেয় 24 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত শাইন।
Australia are going to reach their target. They need 9 per over from now on. A lot of toing and froing in the field. Mahmoudullah Riyad marshalling his troops.
লাভলি এটা কমায় ডার্ক স্পটস, ডার্ক সার্কেলস আর রোদের মলিনতা। গ্লো এর জন্য সবকিছু এক ক্রিমে। গ্লো এন্ড লাভলির মাল্টিভিটামিন ত্বকের গভীরে প্রবেশ করে ডার্ক স্পটস, ডার্ক সার্কেলস ও রোদের মলিনতা কমিয়ে দেয় এইচডি গ্লো। গ্লো এর জন্য সবকিছু এক ক্রিমে।
হে বৎস, গ্লুকোজের অভাবে তোমার দুনিয়া এখনো উলটপালট। এই নাও এসএমসি গ্লুকোজ ড্রিঙ্ক বোল্ট। এটা শরীর মন চাঙ্গা করে কনফিডেন্স বাড়ায়। বোল্ট অন থাকুন।
ট্রাভেলে ক্ষুধার মজাদার আর হেলদি সমাধান মিস্টার নুডলসের কাপ নুডলস। স্বাদ নাও ভালোবাসা।
Trying to play it down the ground, maybe checked his shot, and the flags are flying for Bangladesh. Australia.
That is what can do a collective approach from the bowlers.
Runs so
Pressure
far
from the
is in the
last
middle
2
because
overs,
of this
force the batsman to make a
shot
mistake and
maybe
sorry for
dictated
deliver.
by that previous over.
There's a good
That
catch
to
in
build
the
up
end
the
from
pressure
young
is going
Shamim.
to be across the
Sorry
line, and
held his
Shakib
nerve as
Al-Hasan.
well. A youngster, remember, he dropped a catch in the previous over. And now making a comeback. This will give him a lot of confidence. Moses Henriquez
Out of the
departs for
wicket,
2.
the arm ball
Australia
doing the
74
trick,
for
just
3.
keeping a tad low
Jan,
and also not turning enough, just kept on going with the arm. Muted celebrations, but he knows how important that wicket is. The reaction from his captain said otherwise. He knew that Bangladesh were back in the hunt for this win. They've had 6 wins. 6 T20s, which is their biggest winning streak at home. Their last 6 T20s, Bangladesh have done it. Shakib brings in a slip and a forward short leg. Well, that's pretty bold from the batsman. Gets himself a single. Seen someone else take the wicket, then he did. Didn't show too much emotion. Mahmoudullah Riyad did. And these are the wickets that count. Australians were looking to re-establish themselves and go towards the target, losing 1 wicket. Now the 2 have fallen in quick succession. Bangladesh are back in the hunt. And well led, well captained by Mahmoudullah Riyad. Tad uppish, but safe enough. They don't mind the singles now. Got a wicket, couple of singles. So crucial. Moses Hendricks just checked his shot. Well, really didn't time it properly. Shamim Hussain does not miss those. He's a very, very good fielder in the deep. Shoriful. Oh, a load off his mind. Must say that. The 2 youngsters, under 19 team members, mates, joining together. to get that wicket. Smiles break out. They've got to continue with the discipline they've shown. Oh, good ball once again. Didn't quite latch onto it. Another single taken.
If you have noticed, Shamim Bhai, Bangladesh has managed to ride up the boundary. Time since last boundary, 24 balls. Bangladesh has given away just 23 runs and picked up 2 wickets in the last 30 balls. So this is very crucial stage that Bangladesh has been doing really well. Very good captaincy as well from Mahmudullah Riyad. Bowlers and fielders are backing up as well. This is the time they need to grab those opportunities.
Well, that's he tried to sort of improvise, walked into that shot at the last moment. He seemed to just roll his bat over, try to check that shot. Knew that if he had gone full hog, he might have holed out to one of the deep fielders.
If you look at the worm, those 2 wickets kept Australia right behind Bangladesh. They needed 49 of 31 balls now. Shariful, really impressing, picked up 2 wickets each in the first 2 games. Also bowled really well today. A very great learning experience for someone like Shariful.
Which Marsh will be wondering. There's 1 ball of this over and 5 to go after. 9.48. The required run rate after this. Can Shariful finish on a high? He does. Just a single from that ball and 6 runs and a wicket. That Shariful over after 15. They moved on to 80 for 3.
ভিটামিন এ ও সি সমৃদ্ধ প্রাণ ম্যাঙ্গো ফ্রুট ড্রিঙ্ক মজায় ও পুষ্টিতে রাখে সবসময় হেলদি। দেশি আমের সেরা স্বাদে প্রাণ ম্যাঙ্গো ফ্রুট ড্রিঙ্ক।
পিওরেটের অসাধারণ এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিন, না কিনেই ট্রাই করুন 15 দিন।
সেন্সেশন ক্লাসিক ও স্ট্রবেরি ভ্যারিয়েন্টে।
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন।
Key for Australia is Mitchell Marsh, who's still batting unbeaten on 40. If he stays till the very end, I reckon Australia are in with a chance. Mahdi Hassan being introduced. 48 in 30 deliveries. 7 wickets in hand. Run rate required, 6. Starts well, sweats well. Maroof, which way it's going?
Good evening, Atarbai. Crucial over, short boundary towards mid-wicket and long on with the right hand on strike. And a settled Mitchell Marsh outside the off stump. Understandably, Mahdi Hassan going off stump, knowing that next up boundary is pretty close. That's good thinking. Which way it's going? This is the variation. Variation. It's Kedar Yadav. Kedar Jadhav, who was pretty famous for it. Asit Malinga type delivery. Variation. The tough call, Atarbai, answering your question. I think Mitchell's Marsh is going to be very crucial for Bangladesh. For Bangladesh, 2 overs of Mustafiz and the over of Shariful will hold the key.
Yeah, also the fact that if Alex Carey can play a little cameo, it'll ease things for Australia. Even Stevens can go either way. That's what I feel. And I think since you're looking at the required run rate, it's gone over 10 runs in an over now. So they would need a boundary in each over from here on. 46 in 27 deliveries. Ball since last boundary, 29. They've come back strongly, but he will hold the key, Mitchell Marsh.
Spot on. That's why this over is very, very crucial. Talking about it this time, much shorter. Mitchell Marsh finding that gap at cover point. This time much flatter. But for Australian sake, it's a boundary.
Yeah, it's a welcome boundary for Australia. Little bit quicker, and he's placed it to perfection. Yeah, he'll be disappointed because he had gone only for 2 runs, beg your pardon, in the first 3 deliveries, and then this boundary. He moves on to 45. He scored in the first 2 games exactly the same number of runs. He's batted beautifully, hasn't he? Mitchell Marsh. Sloppy. He comes back for the second.
Exactly not what Bangladesh want. Extra runs being given. A good knock so far by Mitchell Marsh. 7 in 43 deliveries, anchoring the Australian innings. Yeah, the batsman falling apart. Mitchell Marsh holding the fort. Beautifully played for single, maybe a couple. Pushing hard. Yeah, easily made. Very good way to end the over. Australia 90 for 3.
সাদিয়া মঞ্চে আবেশে হারাবে মন দুধের সব গুণা
They've done it. It's over. Bangladesh have gone on to beat Australia 3-0 in the first 3 matches, and by doing so, they go on to win the Bangabandhu T20 series 3-0 and winning by 10 runs. Celebrations start.
What fantastic scene. Delegates are happy, the players are happy, the coaching staff is happy, the management staff is happy. What a brilliant day for Bangladesh. There you go, the president of Bangladesh Cricket Board celebrating. Happy scenes, and winning is all about happiness. That's exactly what Bangladesh did. Ever since winning the first game, never let the Australians get into the game. The man who led from the front, Mahmudullah Riyad, and the head coach Russell Domingo had a few tough times in the last few months. That's icing on the cake, beating the mighty Australians at home. And also, remember, 2 more games to go, and already Bangladesh won the series.
Yeah, also Australia will have to work out a different ploy. 5th consecutive series loss in T20 International for Australia. Akram Khan, under the screen, director of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, and also the former captain, chairman of the cricket operation, must be a very, very happy man. With him was also Nazmul Hassan, the president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, enjoying the outing here. Australia, in pursuit of 127, only managed to score 117 for 4 years. Some good work from Mitchell Marsh. Once again, very good with the bat, but not good enough to take his side home.
This is the lowest target defended by Bangladesh in T20s, mainly thanks to the fast bowler Mustafizur, as well as the rest of the bowlers who did chip in every time, and the young Mahdi, under pressure, bowling the last over, not giving so much. A winning moment. The elated captain Mahmudullah Riyad. There you go. All to play for. And a brilliant series in the Zimbabwe series previously. Continuing the good work. Nurul Hassan played his part, especially in the last game. Young Bangladesh team beating the mighty Aussies. What a great story. Delegations, they are happy. There you go, the president. That's what sports is all about, isn't it? Enjoying the moments. They worked hard. Never thought that this could easily beaten. And that's a man. Just 9 runs in his 4 overs and bowling just one run away in the 19th over. Captain Mahmudullah elated, as we meant.
30-20 international going in favour of who else but Bangladesh. 127 for 9 ended up in a winning score, and in the end, Bangladesh going on to win by 10 runs. Shariful Islam was very good with the ball, so was Nasim and Shakib. You don't see Mustafizur Rahman there, but he only gave 9 runs in the 4 overs that he bowled. I thought he and Mahmudullah Riyad were at their brilliant best. Have a look at the highlights of the Australian innings. There were some big shots early on from the bat of Mitch Marsh, but Matthew Wade opened the innings and went out